Welcome to Ask Us Marketing. I'm your host, Callie Fedesinko. I'm the founder of Savvy Advisor Marketing. We are a digital marketing agency developed to build relationships between financial advisors and their target audience using data to create websites, online content, and ads. We build relationships first and grow numbers second. And you can learn more about me and Savvy Advisor Marketing with the QR code. Our episode today is brought to you by the Financial Planning Association, otherwise known as the FPA. FPA is a great resource center providing education, support, and networking opportunities for financial advisors just like you. So, okay, you've written blogs, newsletters, thought leadership posts, but what if all that content could become a published book? We're talking to Brian Hart about Author Prime, a new platform designed to help professionals turn digital content into high impact books, and they don't have to lift a finger. So, we're going to explore how advisors can repurpose what you've already created to boost credibility, attract opportunities, and position yourself as published experts in your field without starting from a blank page. So please join with me, Brian Hart of Author Prime.
Callie, what's going on?
What is up, Brian?
It's been
Happy
too long
Monday.
since we've done one of these.
I know. I feel like it's been a year.
Probably, yeah. Congrats on the success of the show, and I'm
Thank
privileged
you.
to be back on. And I know you and I caught up over the phone
Mhm.
3, 4 months ago, and I think that was kind of what prompted this episode. So I'm glad to talk it out.
Yeah, and I think you have a book that's publishing yourself, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes,
Yes.
I'm sitting on my own manuscript. Going through that process, and mine, you know what, my book,
Mhm.
when I first wrote it, it was like reading a car manual, very
Mm.
practical, no personality. I was like, I can't publish this. So I actually, so my book, Credibility Marketing, will be publishing in the new year, and
Mm.
it is practical how-to on credibility marketing, the concept of credibility
Mm.
marketing, the drum I have been banging my entire
Mm.
career as a public relations professional. And it walks you through some of my backstory too. I turned 39 in exactly a month. I'm pushing
Happy
40. I
birthday.
was like, you know what? Like, it's about time I get a little autobiography out there too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I am also wait, now I have to do the math. I think I'm 38. I'm also turning 39 in January.
Do that too. Yeah.
So yeah, I completely get it. And then, you gotta have a book under your belt by 40.
Absolutely. Everybody listening, true story.
So let's talk about Author Prime by starting like, what is it? Because we all know you as the PR guy, and Author Prime is not PR.
Right. Well, and one of the
Yeah.
staples of Flackable that has made us so popular within the wealth management industry for the past 11, almost 12 years now,
Mhm.
is our writing capabilities.
Mm.
We have ever since I launched Flackable, I've never not had at least a Forbes contributor or two under my belt. Now,
Mm.
we don't ghostwrite. I'm going to make that perfectly clear. And that's the same concept with Author Prime either. We don't ghostwrite. We take our clients' raw thoughts. Oftentimes, we interview them just like a reporter would over the phone
Mm.
and capture that entire transcript.
Yeah.
And just do the massaging and heavy lifting it takes to make it a clean, polished piece. It's all their perspectives, not
Mhm.
ghostwriting. It's certainly not content farm garbage that you see all the time. It's not the AI written garbage you see
Yeah.
all the time. It is real thoughts and perspectives from experts who
Mhm.
don't have the time to sit down for 4 hours and
Right.
do all of the AP style and everything else it takes to actually publish a piece.
Yeah.
So I took that concept. We've been doing that for forever took that to larger scale books.
Hmm.
And I'll hand it back to you. I'm sure you got questions.
Yeah. So, okay, larger scale books. Actually, one of my first questions is, do you help people um become like number one Amazon's best book or whatever the title is that everybody's like, oh, you gotta get this.
That's a great question, and
Mm.
no, that's not part of the Author Prime
Yeah.
package. Now, my main business, Flackable, the public
Mhm.
relations agency, I'm sure a lot of people tuned in are aware of, or have worked with me in the past. You know, after the Author Prime stage, when we get you published, of course, if you want to continue with Flackable to promote that book, absolutely. But those two businesses, while adjacent, are not overlapping.
Okay. Okay. I gotcha. We're also getting quite a few comments. A lot of happy birthdays to you, Brian. Actually, one of them said to us both. Um, and Derek said it's the best way to work, isn't it, Brian? Although I'm not sure what that was in reference to. I think it was in reference to helping people use their own content.
Right. And
So
and
yeah,
that's a big part of it too. You know, when we do these Forbes articles, I mean, we're
yeah,
again, or you know, we publish everywhere, but again, it's entirely our clients' perspectives,
right.
their words, their voice. They're giving us everything. They just can't do all that final editing. They don't have time for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're very quick and efficient at it because that's what we do.
Right.
So what would take an advisor 4 or 5 hours of banging their head against the desk trying to get this polished? We can do very quickly in a half
Yeah.
hour. That
Um,
that's the service we provide.
okay. So tell me how you turn the content into a book. Like, how do you even get all the content? Does someone have to upload it? Are you like going through their channels? How or is it just like an interview?
When I talk to prospects, absolutely. I'm show me everything
Yeah.
you've got. Show me those webinars. I don't care if you did it 3, 4 years ago. You know, if some of the information's dated, we can update that. That's easy.
Mm,
But give us all of your digital content. And we're in a
mm.
creator economy right now.
Yeah.
Everybody listening right now, I guarantee, is a creator in some way, shape, or form.
Mm,
Maybe you did a podcast 3 years ago,
yeah.
did 10 episodes, nobody listened to it, and you moved on to the next, you know, shiny object or whatever.
Yeah.
That all that effort you put into that podcast, that doesn't have to go to waste. Give me 10 episodes of a podcast, I can turn that into a book.
Mm, yes.
That's how we look at it. Everybody's a creator right now. I don't care if it's video, audio,
Right.
blog that you've been doing for the past decade and maybe got traction, maybe not. Um, Give me that content. I'm going to analyze it, and I'll be honest with you too. I mean, if you
Mm.
give me your content and I can't do anything with it, I'm going to tell you I can't do anything with this.
I hope that you wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a question for you. From Allie. She says, how do you feel about Forbes now as a placement? It seems like so many people are contributors and pay to do so, but it's also Forbes.
Yeah, so let's make a distinction.
Yeah.
So my clients who write for Forbes are legitimate contributors. We don't pay Forbes anything.
Okay.
And I know there's a lot of these pay to pay. So Forbes, I was at the Forbes 30 under 30 summit
Yeah.
back when I was under 30. And it was when they came up with this concept of the Forbes councils. And I think that's what Ali's alluding to.
Okay.
Forbes councils. Yes, that is a membership play. They do charge an annual fee. I don't even know what it's up to now because again, none of my people do that. I mean, I get my people as genuine contributors.
Mhm.
No cash exchanged whatsoever. And
Mm.
actually, my people, if they publish enough articles a month, they can get paid.
Oh,
So
nice.
not only are we not we're not paying them anything, but
Right.
if we hit a certain threshold, they're paying us.
That's awesome. Um, but also separate from the book writing.
Yeah.
So okay, let's talk about like why should somebody even consider writing a book in the first place? Because, you know, if it's a lot of work, if I'm not hiring you, then why am I going to do it?
Well, and that's part of the concept behind this. I mean,
Yeah.
I only want to work with content creators, people who have already done the work.
Mm.
That decade they spent blogging,
Hmm.
or all those, Instagram or LinkedIn videos that they've produced over the years. If I have to do original writing, I'm
Yeah.
probably not your best choice.
Mm.
Um,
Hmm.
there are ghostwriters out there. I'm not a ghostwriter. This company is
Right.
not about ghostwriting.
Yeah.
So if you don't already have the content stockpile, look at other people. You're going to spend a hell of a lot more, but I mean, there are people who do ghostwrite books.
Right.
That's not what we do.
Okay. So, how much content does somebody need to write a book?
Yeah. So all right. So if you want to get like a decent sized, I'm gonna protect the client's identity, but I'll show
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
This is 40,000 words
Okay.
right here. You want a good size. This is the paperback version. We also have a hardcover version, but that's what 40,000 words looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So to put that into perspective, I had 10 1 hour audio interviews from this client that turned into 40,000 words.
Mm.
That was 10 hours of audio.
Okay. Was that from a
That
podcast?
that that very easily translated into that nice looking,
Right.
paperback and hardcover. So 10 hours of audio, as long as it all fits into the book concept,
Mhm.
you can expect, something that size. Now, we can do skinny paperbacks too.
Mm. Mhm.
One thing I tell people, if you're trying to be like a bestseller, if you're trying to make money off of selling books,
Mhm.
again, just like I said, I don't ghostwrite. If you're trying
Yeah.
to make money off of selling books, don't talk to me. There's people who do that. They're going to charge you a hell of a lot more, but
Yeah.
um,
Yours is
thank you.
credibility
Mine is
building.
absolutely a credibility play.
Right.
I am giving you a business card on steroids.
Mm. Are there topics that work better than other topics?
It could be, yeah. I think, people who respond to these types of
Mhm.
books want to hear real anecdotes and stories.
Mhm.
And that's why for this
Mm.
project that I just held up there, it
Yeah.
was all storytelling.
Mm.
People love that.
Mhm.
Did we have some data weaved in there? Of course we did. But it was a lot of anecdotal, just human to human straight talk.
Right.
People love stories. People love underdog stories. That book I just held up, it's all about underdog entrepreneur stories.
Mm.
People
Let's face
respond.
it, all
I
entrepreneurs
live,
feel like an underdog when you
I,
start.
exactly. Well, I live in Philadelphia. We built a statue for Rocky, a fictional character. We have a statue of a fictional character here in
That's
Philadelphia
funny.
because people are that obsessed with underdog stories.
Mm.
Americans,
Mhm.
Philadelphians for sure, but Americans in general love underdog stories and we love storytelling.
Yeah.
We don't want just the marketing fluff.
Yeah.
We want real, raw conversations,
Mhm.
honest conversations. That's what I like. Now, I'm working on a couple of other projects right
Mhm.
now that are much more data driven and they have their purpose. I mean, first question I'm going to ask to anybody who comes to
Mhm.
me is, what do you want to accomplish?
Mm.
What do you want this book to mean to you? And then I got to look at their existing content and see if it matches up.
Mm. Is there a type of content that works best for building as a building block of the book? Like, would blogs be better than social posts, or podcasts are better than video, or whatever it might be?
I love audio and video
Okay.
because it's just more raw,
Yeah.
more honest, more direct. If somebody gives me, like, let's say they had, 100 blog posts in the past few years. Um, But if all of them were written by interns plugging stuff into AI, you're giving me nothing.
Mm,
I can't work with that.
right.
And Callie, I mean, when you and I,
Yeah.
caught up a few months ago and
Yeah.
we decided to do this podcast, I mean, I told you, I had a terrible business wise, terrible start to the year for my
Yeah.
main PR business. Part of it was just the weird economy that we were dealing with. Nobody knew
Mhm.
how to make sense of it.
Mhm.
There were numbers that were encouraging. There were numbers that were petrifying. And no, and it gave a lot of small businesses, especially small financial services businesses, an excuse to sit on their hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's two part. It wasn't all that. The other part of it was a lot of them were saying, "Oh wow, this AI is so good." But they
Yeah.
were delegating that to junior staff. They're like, "Oh, we don't have to pay for marketing.
Mhm.
We can delegate to our intern and have them put out social posts and blogs,
Mhm.
everything." Now, you give AI to a bad writer, you're just gonna get bad content at scale.
Yes.
And I saw midway through the year, a lot of them who tried that experiment figured that out. They're like,
Yeah.
"We can't even publish this crap.
Right.
It's not good. It's very bad for our brand."
Yes. Yes.
You need somebody steering the wheel.
100%. So content that's coming from the advisor works best for the book, which makes sense. They're the one that's we're trying to have the book written by. How long does it take from the point of someone calls you and is like, I want to do a book to here's the finished product?
Yeah. If I have all the content up front,
Mhm.
30 days. 30 days, I'm gonna have a full manuscript.
Okay.
Now, obviously, if they come back with edits and whatnot, it's going to extend beyond that. But if they're good with that initial manuscript, we're publishing in 30 days.
Yeah. Okay. That's fast. 30
That's,
days.
it's aggressive,
Yeah.
but it's literally the model I built.
I mean, it's awesome though.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine that you can have a book in 30 days. That's crazy. Um, and so what would the advisor's role be in that process? Is it literally just here's my content?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'll go and find their content too. If I'm
Yeah.
going to plug in gaps, I mean, a lot of advisors have, I see this, and advisors don't, everybody listening, don't take offense to this, but
Yeah.
I see so many advisors who try blogging for 4 months. Oh, that didn't work. And then they move on to the next. And
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's start a podcast. 4 months later, that didn't work. So
Right.
they're building a lot of content in several different buckets.
Right.
Um, yeah, I don't advise for that. I say, let's be thorough and make a commitment. If you want an ongoing, reliable, inbound marketing strategy,
100%.
make a commitment. You're not going to know anything in 4 months. If I
That's one of
hire
the
a financial
reasons
advisor,
that
if I hire a financial advisor
yeah,
and my portfolio goes down a little bit in the first 4 months, I'm not just going to go hire a different financial
right. Yeah.
advisor.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons that Savvy Advisor Marketing has 12-month contracts is because of what you're talking about. We can't it takes like 6 months just to get into the rhythm of like, okay, we've set everything up and now we're getting to know your voice and we're getting into a flow. 6 months just for that, So, yeah, 12 months minimum before you're going to start seeing anything.
Yeah.
We do have a question here for you. If somebody created a presentation for a conference, can you use that to create a book or does the conference own the thought leadership there?
Well, if you created it, you own it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, absolutely. And I will tell you what one of my current projects right now was
Mhm.
completely based on a conference slide deck. Uh,
Mm.
Very niche. Now, this is going to be, I held up that
Mhm.
one book. This is going to be a slimmer book, hyper niche. I don't
Mhm.
even think we could do 40,000 words on this topic, but we're
Yeah.
we're going to settle in at about 15,000 to 20,000 words, squarely focused on a conference presentation that people were excited about.
Mm.
And this is a guy I've worked with for a long time. Came back to me, so I had this book writing company. He was like, I think we can maybe make this a book. I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, like every slide is literally a chapter. We can absolutely make this a book.
Right. Um, And okay, so also having the PR business, how are books used? Because you can use that to leverage for PR. So
Yeah.
can you tell us a little bit about what that would look like? Like,
Yeah.
okay, I've got a book. How can you use that book now to get more recognition?
Yeah. So one of the first things I'm going to say is
Mhm.
podcasts
Is
and
what?
and web podcasts
Okay, podcast.
and web or live streams like
Yeah,
we're doing right now.
yeah.
People love bringing in new authors. So
Mm.
absolutely, when you publish a book, there, if it's an
Mhm.
appealing topic and right for the show that you're pursuing, podcast hosts love bringing in new authors.
Mm.
So podcast blitz, 100%.
Mhm.
And I don't care how you can write a mainstream book or
Mhm.
you can write one that's more niche. Don't matter. There are enough podcasts out there. You're going to find the right podcast for your niche if you go
Mhm.
hyper niche. I love
Mhm.
hyper niche.
You love what?
Hyper niche.
Hyper niche. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then I think also what's important is I think sometimes people have the idea that if they're gonna be niche, that they're gonna have a lot of followers, but that's not necessarily the case. It's more that you're going to be speaking specifically into the issues of that group of people. So even though you might have 10 followers, whereas somebody else has 100, those 10 followers, 9 of them are going to become clients versus, maybe a few of the 100 are interested.
Sure.
Um, so I also love super niche. Um, and I say niche only because of the rhyme riches and niches. I feel like niche sounds more like French or something.
Yeah. The pinky up. Yeah.
Okay, so book a book in 30 days, and then we can using that book, you can get podcast segments. Um, and then also, how do you suggest somebody is marketing that they wrote a book? Like email signature, um, sending out an email to clients, or is it just something they use for prospects? Or maybe you just hand them off to me and I'll come up with a process.
So I love that, and everybody. I mean, if you're multitasking, like stop right now,
Yeah.
because I'm going to give out a gem right now. So I mean, this business I designed
Mhm.
is designed to go through Kindle Direct Publishing,
Mm.
Amazon's direct publishing platform. A couple of years ago,
Mhm.
it used to only be ebooks, and I published ebooks on there, back
Yeah.
in the day. Very cool, transparent
Yeah.
process. It was very easy, cost no money.
Mhm.
They now opened that up to hardcover and paperback books, where
Oh,
not only can you just
yeah.
upload the file, now you need somebody like me to format it.
Yeah.
Formatting, it's a nightmare if you don't know what you're doing. I don't
Okay.
think anybody who's untrained in it can actually format it properly.
Right.
You
Okay.
need somebody like me for the formatting,
Right.
let alone the construction and everything else. But the
Yeah.
formatting is it's a grueling process.
Yeah.
Um, but I know how to do it, and I'm good
Yeah.
at it.
So
And then
they also
my team who knows.
Kindle is printing books now?
Yeah. So and it's on demand. Callie, you asked about how much
Yes, I did.
up front. $0 to Amazon.
Mm.
$0 to Amazon. They
Okay.
take their commission per book sale.
Gotcha.
They
What
take
if as the author
they take printing costs,
Mhm.
shipping costs, and commission. Now, as the author,
Yeah.
the commission's out of the game. You can order as
Mm.
many copies as you want
Mhm.
for just printing and shipping.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Like, what if I want a
So
few copies of my
something like
own?
this,
Yeah.
$4 a copy.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right. If you're hosting in-person seminars,
I
like
just wanna
like
give a
a lot
little
like a lot of advisors are doing now,
yeah,
that's
I need to
finally.
show a little example here. Hold on. Because you said $4 for that, whereas the books I had printed These are like 10 to 12. They're just like 8 to, I can't get in the frame. Very thin, you know. So just for people who are watching, like
Yep.
$4 is a great deal because my little paperback here was, yeah, that's like 12.
100%. So it's just too, again, when I did a test project before I started this business
Mm-hmm.
and just saw the landscape, saw this opportunity, I was like, somebody's got to pursue this.
Yeah.
I do not mind exploiting Jeff Bezos.
Right. Now, I will say I get a lot of emails that are like offering, I don't even know, something about a book. I don't read them because they're spammy. But I know that you're reliable. So if anybody out there is getting those emails and you're like, I want to do a book, but I don't know these people, I know Brian and I would recommend him over the spammy emails you might be getting in your inbox. um okay, so Author Prime, I mean, it sounds amazing. I guess I don't know, I should have asked you this prior, but we're live now and so sorry, but what is the price range for somebody who wants to get a book printed?
Yeah, so for 40,000 like this, again, Amazon's not charging you anything. They're just taking
Right.
commission. 20K for something this length,
Yeah.
returned in 30 days.
Yeah.
And then we scale down depending on the length you're going for. If you want a skinny
Right.
little, a skinnier paperback, obviously that price is going to be a lot lower.
Yeah.
If you want to go Kindle only, it's going to be a lot lower too. So, but I mean, people who want a real meaty book, like this is the length you want to go for.
Right. Yes. Um that's awesome. And then you can say that you are a published author.
Yep. And you've got that for forever.
Yeah.
That's one of those branding marketing plays that always lasts. Once you're an
Um
author, you're always an author.
that's right. That's right. And if you're looking for speaking gigs, it's you can put that in there.
Mhm.
Um any questions from the audience? Go ahead, pop them in there. I know we've had a few we've been answering throughout. I don't see any new ones. If you're on LinkedIn, Derek shared an example of an AI company. I'm just gonna show this. It's too hard for me to say it all. um, Here's an example of a major company course correction on AI. I don't think that the link is clickable when I show the comment like this, but if you're following along and on LinkedIn, you can click on that there. We do have a question here. How many copies does that include for the 20,000?
You can order on demand through Amazon. So when I set up your Amazon account,
Mm-hmm.
your publisher account, or your author account, you have the option to order author copies as many as you want. The
Mm,
book I just held up there, that's going to be somewhere around $4 a copy. So
gotcha.
let's say you're hosting a seminar
Yeah.
and you've got 100 people attending, $400 to get
Mm,
everybody a copy of that book. Um, I,
nice.
I don't make any purchases as part of my fee. My fee
Right.
is just
Producing a book.
organizing. Again, it's not ghostwriting, but yeah, I mean, I'm putting in real work, structuring chapter by chapter and making this polished and good.
Yeah. You're creating a book of somebody's
Yeah.
existing content.
And I'm setting you up on Amazon too. So I mean,
Mm,
it's not just the editing and construction and everything else. It's also getting you set up on Amazon for when I'm done with my work.
mhm.
You can order as many of those author copies as you want.
Gotcha. We do have a hi from England. Uh, hello. Curious what the weather is in England. What's the weather like for you where you are, Brian, in Philly?
Beautiful,
Really?
beautiful. I mean, we are in fall. I mean, I've got a lot of trees in my neighborhood. Leaves
Yeah.
are changing, leaves are falling, but right now it's just under 60.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in Nashville. It's cloudy, it's wet, and we have a cold front coming through. But 'tis the season.
Yep.
Any Halloween plans, Brian?
I'm sorry?
Halloween plans?
It's a good question. Probably not. Yeah, Kelly, I told you I got recruited for a political campaign, so
Mhm.
now through November 4th, yeah, I got a lot
You're
coming up.
booked.
Yeah,
Well, I will be going to a Halloween birthday party on Saturday.
nice.
TBD on costume, but I will make sure to let everybody know on Monday if it's a success. Anything that you want to share before we go about Author Prime / writing a book?
Yes, but first, guys, I have known Callie for how many years now? Literally one of the best people in financial services marketing I've ever come across. One of my favorite, not even just financial services marketing, one of my favorite people in general. Callie, I'm so glad we could reconnect and set this up. Author Prime, if you do want to learn more, go to authorprime.com.
Let me make sure
Um,
I got the right hand up. Hold
you
on.
can book a consultation.
Right there. QR code right here for anybody following along. Also, if you are joining us by audio only, it's authorprime.com will take you. You can learn more about turning your content into a book. That was great. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thanks, Callie.
And for those joining us, make sure to join us next week. We're going to be talking to another Brian. We're going to be talking to Brian Thorpe from Wealth Tender. And we're going to talk about how testimonials are outcompeting AI. AI is the big buzzword. Everybody's always talking about it. So, should you give up on those testimonials? No. Find out next week why you shouldn't give up on them and how they actually help AI. And if you've got questions, you don't feel comfortable asking them in our chats, although we're super nice, so you shouldn't feel uncomfortable. But let's say you do, you can always book a call with me and ask me anything one-on-one, no viewers, just you and me. And you can scan that QR code to do so. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining.